Wild camping in the Scottish mountains can be very unpredictable. The weather can change in just minutes, and you never know what you're going to get. So join me in today's adventure as I pitch up on one of Scotland's most famous mountains, where it turns out the conditions were not as expected.
Well, to say I'm gutted is a bit of an understatement about this, to be honest. That's frustrating. When you think of an iconic mountain in Scotland, there's a handful: Hanchelic, Ben Nevis, Ben Lomond even. But I think today I'm going to climb the most iconic mountain in Scotland. And the mountain in question is not a Munro, not even a Corbett. It stands at 731 metres high. You can just see the outline of it there. It looks really menacing in the cloud. So my plan is to actually wildcamp up there. I hope it clears. But the mountain in question is Suilven. It has an iconic outline. I'm sure you'll recognise it. And yeah, I'm really, really excited for this. Hopefully the conditions will improve. They're improving already. There's blue skies. But yeah. Anyway, a long walk in to get through, so I'll tell you more about this mountain on the way in.
So the walk in is rather long to Suilven. You can see it in the distance here. There was slightly boggy parts to it. It wasn't too difficult though, there was always a way around it.
This place is absolutely beautiful. Look at the views already. Right across that loch, and I'm sure that cloud is lifting towards the top of this beautiful mountain. Already feels rather remote as well. I'm only a couple of miles in, but it's gonna feel really remote at the top of this mountain. Can't remember how far it is, but I think it's a good 4 to 5 hours walk to get to the summit, especially with this heavy backpack on. I'm getting closer to this mountain now. There's a great view. Now the lighting is playing absolute havoc with my camera as that mountain is in the full-on shade and everything else is just so bright. But you might be able to pick out the notch in the middle now. That's the route up the mountain, and you split off towards the right hand side towards the true summit. Yeah, this walk in, there's been a few ups and downs, a bit boggy. About 4 miles, I think it's maybe 6 to 7 miles to the bottom of this fantastic mountain. Just can't stop looking at it, and when that cloud lifts, I think it's going to reveal some spectacular views, so let's go. Well, the mountain has fully revealed itself, and so have the winds. I'm quite concerned that it's going to be blowing a hoolie at the top there. But here we go, this is Suilven. The notch that I'm going to take up here just takes me up there. It looks really, really steep. You can maybe just see it, the clouds are howling over the top there. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I'm going to get my head down, head up that steep part. Probably won't film much there. Hopefully I'll be able to reveal some spectacular views for you once I reach the top.
So as I mentioned before, you could see by the speed of the cloud going over the top of this mountain that it was going to be windy. It wasn't giving me much confidence for camping at the summit. As expected, this was a really steep climb up, and before long I was in the clag and mist.
Well, that's me at the saddle. Not looking good. That is unlucky, isn't it? I'm going to make my way to the top and see if it's any clearer. Hopefully this wind dies down a bit as well. Or I won't be pitching a tent here. I mean, look at this. It doesn't look good. Not looking forward to that, a night in that if it's going to continue, but we'll see how it goes.
So the conditions here didn't seem to be improving. It was a wet, sort of claggy mist that was just clinging to all my clothes. And there were some quite narrow sections on the way. At least I couldn't see the drops down below. That was the only positive I could say about this mist. So towards the top of Suilven there was some very, very easy scrambling, just up a couple of large steps, but nothing too difficult at all.
Okay, I'm at the top of Suilven. I think. I can't really tell because of this weather. It is blowing a hoolie up here. The total opposite to what I thought it was going to be. I'm getting soaked. I didn't even bring waterproofs for this. Unprepared is the word. I've identified a camp spot that's kind of sheltered, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to pitch my tent, chuck everything in there, try and keep everything dry. This might be a bailout yet. This is not nice at all. I couldn't pitch my tent at the summit here, there's no chance. Oh, I've got sun cream in my eyes. Let's go.
So I made my way down to that potential camping spot, and as you can hear by the wind, it was not for dying down.
Well, to say I'm gutted is a bit of an understatement about this, to be honest. That's frustrating. I don't know what to do. My one spot I thought might have been decent is here. Oh, my camera's even fogged up. But that is just so soggy, so wet. It'll probably come through the base of my tent through the night. I'm on the verge of just bailing on this. It doesn't seem windy where I am. I'm sheltered by these boulders, but it must be blowing at about, gusting about 30. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're in a tent and try to pitch the tent, there's no views, and it's a 4 to 4.5 hour walk out of here. So if it does get worse through the night, then I'm going to be stuffed. It's a steep way down. And that is the only one spot I've seen, apart from the summit, but no chance I'm camping on the summit. I mean, it is thinking about clearing. I can see sky above me. This is the best camp spots, I think. It's not as wet. I mean, look at that wind. Oh my God. It is gusting. Woo. You know, I might linger just to see if I can see a bit of Suilven. I'm just determined to stay, but there's no way I'm going to pitch a tent there.
So I waited out here, and to my surprise it was actually clearing. The cloud was wisping past, and some of them views were being revealed, so I decided to try and pitch the tent.
Well, how the conditions can change. Luckily I stayed up here, got the tent up. Let me show you what I can see. It's improved ever so slightly. Not sure if I'm going to get a good sleep tonight though. Look at this. So that's towards the top of Suilven where I was in that mist and clag. I'll head up there later if it clears up. A beauty of a cloud inversion, or I don't even know if we can call that an inversion. And then here we go. There's the main spine of Suilven. Wow. Look at that. Stunning. Well worth the wait. See these views. I tell you what, it's really teasing me with these views anyway. I'm just glad the winds have died down that little bit. I got the tent up. Just feel that bit more secure now. Wow, I don't know what sort of night it's going to be. There's only one way to find out. Right, I've retreated to the tent now. As you can hear, the winds are dying down ever so slightly. There's the odd gust coming and going. I'm going to get my mat inflated, my sleeping bag out, just get set up. I'll get some food. I'm just delighted that I've managed to see some views. I was in a bit of a panic there, I'm not going to lie, whether to leave, whether to go. I was literally just on the cusp of turning back and just going to walk all the way out. I was annoyed, frustrated, and yeah, for some reason I thought I'll just linger a bit. Could see that one little bit of blue sky, and then for some reason the winds died down and the views have opened up. Now looking at the forecast through the night, it's going to get a bit calmer. I hope so, because it's going to be a rough night if not. So yeah, I'll get my mat and sleeping bag set up. I'll show you what I'm using tonight, and then probably time to get some food. I know that some of you might be interested in seeing my sleep system. So the mat that I'm using is the Big Agnes Rapide SL. I always bring this flex tail pump as well. It doubles up as a light and it's just handy for the weight of it as well. Saves you blowing up the mat. Just a cheap OEX Traverse pillow. Can't sleep without a pillow these days. And the sleeping bag, I've not got it out yet, is the Alp Kit Pipe Dream. I think it's the 400. And it's the long edition as well, which is really handy. For someone that's tall, I need a long sleeping bag. Now that mist is back in, you can feel the winds have picked up. So yeah, not much to see outside the tent at the moment, I don't think. No good views of Suilven here. So yeah, time to just chill out, pass some time for a few hours. One thing's for sure, that view is not for hanging about. It doesn't last long. But I can finally see the full spur of Suilven, that iconic view. I didn't think I was going to see it. I thought this was going to be a daylight option. Look at that, and with the clouds it actually makes it that bit more special. Time to take a couple of photos. So I would say this is the clearest it's been all day. Really wasn't expecting this at all. Have a look at that. Wow. Some incredible views now. It is slightly murky, but I can't complain, can I? It's been really lucky. Tent here on a flat-ish sort of pitch. There's the real summit. I'm going to head back there at some point, and then back over to the rugged ascent in the distance. I think this peak here is Canisp. Could be wrong. Well, I think I might take that little detour to the summit, probably before dinner. It's 6:30 just now. I think it's about 10 minutes up there, 10 minutes past, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Back here for 7 and get some food, just in case it is misty and murky and I don't get any views tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it just now. So here's the route here, just it's me along this narrow part up to the top, not far at all. Now that didn't seem near as steep with all the fog and mist on it earlier. So yeah, like I say, maybe 10 minutes.
So this little bridge, I'm going to call it, is slightly narrow with huge drops off either side here. But as I climbed up the side of Suilven, there was a great view back down towards my tent.
There it is. It looks a bit better this time, that's for sure. The top of Suilven, 731 meters high. Now that I can actually see some stuff from up here, you can see back to the other top. What a view. It's getting misty and sort of cloudy. Not hopeful for a nice sunset tonight. But over here you can maybe just see Stack Polly must be there, and Culbeg, Culmore in here in this group. And the conditions are not great, are they? Very grey, very murky. Not a lot to see at the summit here, so I think I'll just head back down. I think sunset's going to be over here somewhere. It's not going to be that great, but hopefully sunrise will make up for it. Yeah, worth coming to the top again though, just in case it's misty in the morning.
So I may have spoken a little bit soon about the sunrise and sunset, as there was a little treat for me later in the evening.
And tonight's meal of choice, chili and rice. Not my favourite thing to eat, but they're just so easy, so convenient. That really is a stunning view, an iconic mountain, that's for sure. Now you can see why this is so recognisable. Looks so daunting from here, doesn't it? I'm not sure how the route is up there. It doesn't look that straightforward, to be honest. Don't think I'm going to be trying it. So yeah, and it took a long time to get here. It took 4.5 hours, maybe 4 hours 45 to get to the summit from the car park, which is just outside Lochinver. Famous for the Lochinver pies. I'm hoping to get a couple of them pies once I get back off of here. That's going to be my reward. So yeah, I'm just glad it's cleared. It's ended up like this, as I really thought I was going to have to bail on it. I'm glad I didn't. Well, that wasn't bad at all. For one of these pre-packed meals, one of the better ones for sure. Solid 7 out of 10, I would say. Views were 10 out of 10. As you can see, that mist and fog is back. Looks like it's going to be lingering for a while. I've made a retreat to the tent as the views have well and truly disappeared. I'm just in the middle of making myself a little coffee It's still early, it's only about 7:30, so it's going to be quite a long night. Sunset's about 9:30, not that there's going to be one, I don't think. I actually don't enjoy the sleeping and camping part of being out on the mountain. I enjoy up to the sunset and I enjoy sunrise, but this part, not so much. I never get a good night's sleep. So if anyone's got any advice for me in the comments, put it down below. I'd be interested to know what your sleep setup and if anyone actually gets a good night's sleep. Now it's full on raining. What is with this weather? It's August. There was a less than 5% chance of rain on this summit today, with very good visibility and sunshine and clouds. Well, just as I was about to zip up the tent there, I thought I would maybe just peek my head out for one last glimpse, and I'm glad I did. I'm just crawling down here. Look at that, it looks like the mountain's on fire from here. Really spectacular. And there is a cloud and we're just rolling in. I think I might be in for a treat in the morning. I'm not going to jinx it. What a treat. This is incredible. I've never seen a cloud inversion like this time at night on a camp. I don't camp that often, to be honest. Look at that, it is beautiful. Just sweeping in and then scooping up towards Suilven. It's just crazy conditions. It's actually spitting rain again, so it's obviously a layer of cloud above me and also below me, so I must just be sandwiched right in between. Not that I'm complaining, it's making for some fantastic conditions.
So it was at this point I decided to head back to the true summit of this mountain just to see if I could get a better view up there. And boy was I glad I did.
I'm knackered. I've literally just run up to the true summit again. It turns out I'm getting a sunset as well. I've got no words for it, I really don't. I mean, how lucky is that? A cloud inversion, sunset, all is forgiven for all the hardship that I went through to stay up here tonight. I'm just going to sit back, relax, watch the sun go down now. last long. Luckily I ran up here, I would have ran out of time. It's below the clouds. That was spectacular. It's the only words I could use to describe it. Made my trip. I don't even care about sunrise now. I've had a sunset, and look at that clouds just rolling in. Doesn't get much better than that. That was worth the effort coming back up here. Oh, just every time I keep looking around, it's just getting better and better, isn't it? It's almost quite eerie looking back at the spur of Suilven over there. Look at it. Looks really menacing, doesn't it? I've actually forgot a head torch. I'm going to have to scramble back down here and almost pitch dark, I think, by the time that sun goes down. But as I say, I'm delighted with that. It's just fantastic. That's what you come and camp on mountains for, isn't it? When you get conditions like that, nothing else really like it. It actually looks as if the sun's going to reappear. There's just a yellow slither at the bottom of the clouds there, but I'm not going to wait. As I just said, I think it'd be dangerous getting down here in the dark. I forgot my head torch, it's back in the tent. So yeah, I'm just going to head back down. Well, that's enough excitement for one day, I think. I am absolutely knackered as well. It's been a long, long day up here, of highs and lows as well. Some nice pink tint in the sky behind me. So I'm going to get up really sharp, hopefully get a stunning sunrise. I need to charge all my cameras, I've milked them to death. But yeah, I'm just going to take in all the views here for another half an hour, then call it a night. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Oh, it's currently just past 4:30 in the morning, pre-sunrise. Not a bad night's sleep, I have to say. I actually got a solid 3-4 hours. Oh, I'm glad. I was tired though, I think that helps, that's probably the key. So there's not actually a whole lot to show you yet, as the sun is nowhere near up yet. The moon's still actually on show, so I'm just going to get my coffee, get some breakfast, get prepped, so then I can just enjoy the sunrise, pack up and then head back down. Nothing too fancy for breakfast. Beans and sausage, another one of these wayfarer meals. This one's actually not bad either. Well, sadly sunrise wasn't up to much this morning. I had a feeling it was going to be like that when I woke up. As you can see, there's the sun is in behind that huge bulk of cloud. But there's Suilven, totally clear this morning. And yeah, the views are still pretty spectacular this morning. Still got the tent up.
Some will suffer far more than I will, but then we'll all be still someday. A snail, I'm a snail on the sea, and so slowly I sink to the deep as I try to remember peace. Lions and tigers and beggars and bears, they all live today and they all will decay. The world and the folk and the things you could see, and I swim in the gloom in a room where I struggle to breathe, where I struggle to breathe, where I struggle to breathe.
Well, that's the sun up, finally, and the moon is still actually brighter in the sky than the sun is at the moment as it's stuck behind the clouds. But yeah, I think I'm going to pack up. I won't bore you too much with packing the tent away. I'm going to head back down. It's just amazing. Taking in this scenery is just, it's something else. I love Ascent. My last walk was the 3 Corbetts, Quinag, and I could see Suilven from them 3, and that spurred me on to come and do this. I've had this on my list for a long time, and it hasn't disappointed. It was worth the wait. A bit of a rocky start. I didn't think it was going to turn out the way it did, but I'm so glad that it did. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to pack up and I'll give you a review of this trip on the way back down. That's it, that's the tent packed up, ready to rock and roll. It's never as bad as you think packing up that tent, is it? The only thing I'm scared of is the wind that was going to carry it off the side. But yeah, that's me, and as always I've left no trace, carry all my rubbish out. Now to start this long walk. Well, that's me taking a chunk out of that big walk off of Suilven now. I'll give you a closer look. There's the top there. But yeah, this is pretty tough. And it's undulating as well all the way out. I'd say I've still got about 3 miles to go. So what can I say about this trip? This iconic mountain. Yeah, it's really lived up to that title. I enjoyed it so much, and it's got to be a solid 10 out of 10, doesn't it? Even for the dramas that happened up there that I was going to bail out, I think it added to the drama of the mountain. The way it revealed itself with that cloud and mist, that'll live long in my memory, that's for sure. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this adventure. If you stuck around this long, I'm going to head to Lochinver, get some well-deserved pies there. I might show you them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure. I need to go. Mega Midgie's chasing me.